Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook. GT Universe Gods of Destruction, start with Super Saiyan 5. Chapter 1. Super 5, it's finally finished. Su Feng flew in the air, exhaling a foul breath. As this Super 5, Su Feng stretched out his right hand and put it in front of him. That hand, with some white hair. It's similar to Super 4's red hair, but the color is different. It's such a powerful force. Super 4 is not enough to see it in front of this force. Su Feng waved his hand. Boom, right in front of Su Feng, it directly caused a space storm. In an instant, the world changed color. 20 years in the world of Dragon Ball, finally, over 5. Su Feng felt a little emotional. In his previous life, he was a diehard Dragon Ball fan. Later, because of an accidental crossing, he came to the world of Dragon Ball and became Saiyan. On planet Vegeta, he practiced hard since childhood. When he was 10 years old, he successfully increased his combat power to the million level. Just when he was about to attack Super Saiyan, Frieza descended and destroyed planet Vegeta. Powerless to resist, he could only rely on his familiarity with the plot, and ran away with Son Goku's spaceship. It's just that he didn't go to the Earth, but chose to practice in the universe. Then, another 10 years passed. In the next 10 years, his cultivation became even harder. And he also turned into Super 5 as he wished. It's time to visit the Earth. Su Feng turned his head and looked at the deep space of the distant universe. After all, there are still a few people on Earth that I want to meet. Such as Bulma, number 18, number 21 and so on. As a man, he was not free from these low tastes. It has only been 10 years since Son Goku arrived on Earth, so the journey of Bulma and Son Goku should not have started yet. Su Feng muttered. So, you have to act fast, lest you get taken advantage of by Son Goku. After saying that, he stretched out 2 fingers of his right hand and put them on his forehead. That's right, it's instant transmission. He has been in the universe for 10 years, and he has learned a lot. Instant transmission, just one of them. There is no strong person on Earth now. Su Feng frowned suddenly. On Earth right now, there isn't even a single person with a fighting power over 500. He wanted to use instant transmission to sense Chi, but he couldn't find the target at all. It would be great if I knew Supreme Kai's instant transmission. Su Feng shook his head slightly. Supreme Kai's instant transmission doesn't need the sense of breath, just think in your heart, you can move there directly. Ding! It is detected that the host has transformed into Super 5. The Divine Grade selection system is live. The host's requirements have been detected and are met. The host is asked to choose among the following 4 abilities. Single quote. Type 1. Supreme Kai's ability. Get all the god powers of the same Supreme Kai. The second type. The ability of Gods of Destruction. Gain all the power of gods equal to Gods of Destruction. The third type. The ability of the Universe Overlord. Gain the same fighting power as the Gold Frieza. Fourth. Alternate Supreme Kai's ability. Get instant transmission and healing powers. Su Feng. Wait, did I wake up the system? Su Feng was a little surprised. He thought he wouldn't wake up the system. When he first traveled to the world of Dragon Ball, he also fantasized that he would awaken the system and kill all directions. But later, he discovered that he didn't have any system at all. However, he was not discouraged. Relying on his familiarity with the world of Dragon Ball, he also grew rapidly. It's a bit late. Su Feng sighed, but it didn't fluctuate too much. If it was 20 years ago, he might be very happy. But now, he has grown up. The demand for the system is no longer that great. Besides, these 4 choices don't seem to be comparable at all. Su Feng chuckled. Supreme Kai's ability is nothing more than creating planets. He really doesn't like it. As for Golden Frieza's abilities, he has become Super 5, let alone look down on. And the ability of that Supreme Kai follower, isn't that a joke? Not even Supreme Kai. If his system could talk, it would definitely complain about him. Obviously you wanted instant transmission, so I arranged it for you. Now that you have options, you can't look down on them again. It seems that I can only choose Gods of Destruction. Su Feng decisively chose the power of Gods of Destruction. Moment. Destroy Divine Grade's other combat power, divine power, and destructive skills, all poured into his body. His strength also skyrocketed rapidly. Is this the power of gods of destruction? Su Feng clenched his fists. He felt that the energy in his body had undergone earth-shaking changes. Back to normal. With one thought, Su Feng returned to his normal state and raised his hand again. Destroy. A mass of purple energy emerged in his hand. In my original normal state, the power to destroy divine grade has been increased. My normal state has surpassed gods of destruction. Su Feng's pupils vibrated slightly. This improvement is a bit too big. With such a strong normality, he transforms into the first level of Super Saiyan, and he can definitely beat gods of destruction easily. Not to mention, turned into Super 5. Just when Su Feng was amazed at his own strength, he didn't know that two parties had already locked him in. In the universe space, on a spaceship. Report to King Cooler. We found that Saiyan. A radio soldier looked at the figure in front of him respectfully. The existence in front of me is the big brother of Frieza, the overlord of the universe, Cooler. He dare not be disrespectful. Oh, that Saiyan, did you find it? Cooler flicked his tail, trying to suppress his anger. Since that Saiyan slipped away under his nose 10 years ago, after. Every once in a while, come and kill some of his subordinates. His subordinates, the Cooler Mecha unit, were all wiped out by that Saiyan. And the other party is also clever. Every time he wants to make a move himself, the other party runs away. So, he and Su Feng chased and fled, playing like this for 10 years. Sealed at planet first, don't let that kid run away. Cooler ordered. Yes, the communications soldier withdrew immediately. HMPH, Su Feng. Cooler looked at the planet in front of him and sneered. This time, let me see where you run. Unfortunately, Cooler doesn't know. Su Feng could have killed him long ago. It's just that he kept his Cooler Legion because he wanted to hone his normalcy. Surrounded this time. That's Cooler digging his own grave. On the other side, there is a human with blue skin and a halo around his neck. He really holds a scepter. Watch the destructive energy in Su Feng's hand. Impossible, absolutely impossible, Whis whispered softly. The gods of destruction of our universe died thousands of years ago. I haven't figured out who to be the next gods of destruction. Gods of destruction is already in place. Since the death of the previous gods of destruction, he suffered from lazy cancer and slept for thousands of years. Originally, he planned to continue sleeping for thousands of years. However, the energy of the gods of destruction just now woke him up. Their universe even gave birth to the gods of destruction. I want to go over and see what happened to the ground. At this point, Whis turned into a ball of luminous flames and flew out. The planet where Su Feng is located. Swish, Su Feng punched from the air. Boom, in the distance, a huge mountain range collapsed and destroyed. Very good, I'm already familiar with this power. Su Feng withdrew his fist. Sudden surge in power due to normalcy. Su Feng's control over his own power was a little bit out of control. For example, with a light jump, he almost flew into the universe. So, it took him about 10 minutes to adjust, and now his control over his body has reached 100% again. Okay, it's time to go to Earth. Su Feng raised his head again, looking at the deep space of the universe. If I remember correctly, 20 years ago, when I traveled through time, I was holding the sister book of number 21 and Vados in my hand. No matter what, I hope to make this a reality and make them lovely sisters. Of course, the husband must be me. Thinking of his original ideal, Su Feng felt a touch of excitement for a long time. Don't forget the original intention, you will always be there. Walk. Su Feng is just about to take off. Su Feng, where else do you want to go? At this moment, there was a roar in the air. Oh, Cooler. Su Feng paused when he heard Cooler's voice. Cooler, he is too familiar. 10 years ago, he just got rid of Cooler's pursuit, and then broke through to Super Saiyan a month later. After that, he has been suppressing his combat power, using the Cooler Legion to hone himself. It can be said that the Cooler Legion contributed to his rapid growth. What did you come to see me for? Even seeing Cooler, Su Feng felt a little kind. After all, that was his great benefactor. What do you think I came to see you for? Cooler's eyes widened. How dare you ask me? 10 years, you have been raiding and killing my men. Now, My Cooler army is completely behind the Frieza army. All because of you. If I don't kill you 20 times, it will be hard to dispel the hatred in my heart. You didn't come to kill me, did you? Su Feng looked at the sky and found that the entire planet was blocked by Cooler's men. HMPH. That's right, Cooler sneered. Even if you kneel down and beg for mercy now, I will never forgive you. Oh, really? The corners of Su Feng's mouth raised slightly. You laugh. Cooler was about to ask, why are you laughing? Sudden, he felt a huge force directly exerted on him. Boom, Cooler fell directly from the sky to the ground. At the same time, he knelt on his knees, as if begging for mercy. Hey, you came all the way here just to kowtow to me. Su Feng looked at Cooler in surprise. Cooler, question mark. Do you think I want to kneel? It's just my legs that don't listen. Did you do it? Cooler glared at Su Feng. Not bad. Su Feng admitted it properly, and at the same time stretched out his palm, pointing 5 fingers at Cooler. I'm in a good mood today, or rather, I'm in a great mood. For the first time in 20 years, I'm this happy. So, I'll give you a chance, 5 seconds. Get away from me, I can forgive you. So, 5. Su Feng began to count the numbers indifferently. Cooler was taken aback, thinking he was hallucinating. Haha, Su Feng, you stupid monkey, how dare you threaten me? Cooler laughed out loud. Do you think this despicable little trick can affect me? Tell you, our frozen demons can all transform. Ah, Cooler started to get angry. Although he doesn't understand why Su Feng is able to suppress himself, he believes in reducing 10 with one force. He believed that as long as he used all his strength, Su Feng's little trick would be broken. 4. At this time, Su Feng also counted to 4. At the same time, the 5 fingers placed in front of Cooler became 4. Ah! At this moment, Cooler roared. He directly transformed into the final form. Break it! Cooler exploded. But, even if he raised his breath to the limit, still kneeling in front of Su Feng, unable to stand up. Impossible. What's going on? Cooler couldn't help shivering. He has never seen such a situation. 3. At this time, Su Feng counted down to 3, and at the same time, his fingers became 3. This time, Cooler only felt a chill down his back. The previous him just took Su Feng's countdown as a joke. He even imagined that after breaking free from the restraints, he would directly step on Su Feng and beat him up. But now it seems, he is the real joke. And Su Feng's 3 fingers also made him feel the threat of death. I will die. Looking at Su Feng's fingers, Cooler had such a thought in his heart. He felt that he would really die. 2. Su Feng counted down to 2. At the same time, the fingers become 2. At this time, Cooler yelled in horror. Sorry, let me go. I don't want to die. After saying this, Cooler found that his whole body was already drenched in sweat. This Su Feng put too much pressure on him. HMPH, whatever. Su Feng put away his fingers and just smiled. I am really in a good mood today. If it is normal, I will kill you the first time you come. So, get out, next time we meet, I will kill you directly. After saying this, Su Feng put away his fingers and slapped impatiently. Whoosh! The huge energy instantly blows Cooler away. Boom boom boom. After smashing several trees in a row, Cooler finally stabilized his figure. Puff! He spit out blood directly, and it was obvious that Su Feng's casual slap made him unable to bear it. I can move now. Cooler was pleasantly surprised to find that his body was free again. Very good, Cooler whispered. Regardless of his injuries, he rushed straight to the sky. Fly to your own universe ship. Su Feng on the other side. Okay, come out. Su Feng lightly glanced at the void not far away. Whisper. ? No, why did he find me? This. Whispers are stupid. As a dignified angel, he was spying on a human being, but he was discovered. Although this human being is gods of destruction. But it shouldn't either. Aren't you coming out yet? Su Feng raised his hand, and a mass of purple energy appeared in his hand. I was in a good mood before, and I have been practicing with Cooler's men for 10 years. It is also his credit. Because of these 2 reasons, I let Cooler go, and you. You don't think I'm easy to talk, so you can ignore me. If you don't come out again, I will blow up you and this planet together. Break. The badness of the destruction hasn't been revealed yet, Whis will show up right away. Stop, 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 I'm coming out. Whis wiped the sweat from his forehead. The new gods of destruction seems a little irritable. Oh, Whis. Su Feng looked at the person in front of him in surprise. He didn't expect that the person peeking at him was actually Angel Whis. Aren't you going to look at Beerus and run over to see what I'm doing? Su Feng withdrew his destructive energy. This action also made Whis' pupils shrink. How long has this guy been gods of destruction? The use of destructive energy is so proficient. Good talent. Ask you, why don't you go to see Beerus? What am I doing? Su Feng looked at Whis with interest. With his normal power beyond gods of destruction, he deserves this Whis. In the case of transforming into Super 5, it is still unknown who will win the game. Therefore, his attitude towards Whis is very casual. Ah, who is Beerus? Whis was taken aback. Su Feng. What, you Whis, you don't know who Beerus is? Are you kidding me? You don't know who Beerus is? Su Feng couldn't believe it. Why should I know about Beerus? The corners of Whis' eyes twitched slightly. The new gods of destruction is powerful, but I feel that my brain is not easy to use. Why does he think that if he casually mentions a person's name, I will know it? Su Feng looked at Whis' speechless expression, and he was sure that he really didn't know who Beerus was. Wait, isn't the Dragon Ball world I traveled through a Dragon Ball Super? Su Feng was stunned for a moment. He always thought that the world he traveled to was the Dragon Ball Superworld, but now it seems uncertain. System, you know this Dragon Ball world, is that it? Su Feng asked the system directly. Ding, it's the world of Dragon Ball. Single quote. Hearing this answer, Su Feng frowned slightly. Isn't there such things as gods of destruction and angel in the GT world? Ding, the GT world exists, but gods of destruction has long since died during Son Goku's emergence. Single quote. And Whis also went to sleep directly, this sleep for thousands of years. Single quote. According to the original timeline, when Whis wakes up, the era belonging to Son Goku will be over. Single quote. Su Feng. So this is there are people like Angel in the GT world, but Son Goku doesn't know it. When Son Goku was alive, gods of destruction was long dead, and Whis was asleep. By the time Angel woke up, Son Goku would have died too. It can only be said that Son Goku's life is too short. Not enough Whis slept through. No, if the gods of destruction in the GT world died long ago, why is Supreme Kai okay? Su Feng didn't understand. Gods of destruction died, shouldn't Supreme Kai die together? Ding, that's the rule of the Ultra Universe. In GT Universe, gods of destruction and Supreme Kai don't have this rule. Single quote. Hearing these words, Su Feng's eyes lit up. He also felt that, as gods of destruction, he had to bind his life to other people. Now it seems that there is no need to worry at all. Tisk, this god's rule of GT Universe is quite convenient. Su Feng couldn't help admiring. Okay, let's stop talking. In an instant, Sui Feng exited the space of consciousness, and then looked at Whis in front of him. Ahem, let's not mention Beerus. Su Feng coughed a few times. I know you, Angel, right? For gods of destruction. Yes, I came to you, and I hope you know the reason. Whis nodded. Su Feng pondered. He originally thought that his gods of destruction was only given by the system and had nothing to do with Whis and the others. Now it seems that it is still the same. Well, I am the new gods of destruction. Su Feng also nodded. However, Whis, I want to ask, which gods of destruction did you serve before? Been dead for thousands of years, Whis responded. Oh, that's it. Su Feng nodded. It seems that the system didn't lie to itself. GT Universe really developed like this. System, you are so cautious. How could I lie to my host? Speaking of which, what was the name of your previous gods of destruction? Su Feng asked nonchalantly. He wanted to confirm whether the other party had anything to do with Beerus. I forgot. Whis shook his head. Su Feng, what? Can you forget this too? He's been dead for many years anyway, why mention him? Whis didn't seem to care. If there is no accident, it is impossible for us to see him again. Oh, okay. Su Feng nodded, but didn't take it seriously. But speaking of which, have you ever heard that Supreme Kai and Gods of Destruction share the same life? Although the system has already answered, he still wants to check with Whis. Oh, this. Whis blinked. I know, the previous Gods of Destruction and Supreme Kai followed this rule. Then, my previous Gods of Destruction felt that this kind of rule was unreasonable, so I complained to Grand Priest. In the end, Grand Priest also adopted his opinion and unbound Supreme Kai from Gods of Destruction. So, the current Gods of Destruction and Supreme Kai are not bound. Oh, is it my previous Gods of Destruction again? Su Feng pondered for a while. I always feel that my predecessor, Gods of Destruction, was very thoughtful. You really don't remember, what's his name? Su Feng looked at Whis seriously. He believes that, with his familiarity with the world of Dragon Ball, as long as Whis can name a name, he can lock who the opponent is. Oh ho ho ho, you keep asking what he does. Whis covered his mouth and avoided the topic. But, obviously, Whis just didn't want to mention the other party. Chi, you made it so mysterious. Su Feng turned his head away. Quite upset. That's the time. Above the sky, a huge red ball suddenly appeared. Oh, this thing is. Whis opened his mouth in surprise. Planet Destroyer. Su Feng sneered. No doubt, this is definitely Cooler's revenge. This Cooler really doesn't know good from bad. Su Feng is very angry now. It was a rare time for him to show kindness, but he dared to fight back. Court death. Break. Su Feng breathed out. Moment. Under the blowing of this air, the planet-destroying bomb went back the same way and rushed towards Cooler. Act recklessly. Su Feng got angry and rushed forward. He knew that this planet-destroying bomb would most likely injure Cooler, but he must not be killed. And he shot, naturally to kill Cooler. Oh, Lord Gods of Destruction, you are really irritable. Whis covered his mouth with a chuckle, and then flew over. In the universe space, Cooler looked down resentfully. Saiyan, so what if you are stronger than me? I directly destroyed the entire planet for you, let me see how you survive. Speaking of which, how did this Saiyan surpass me? Could it be that, suddenly, he thought of the legendary of the Saiyan clan. Legendary, there is a Super Saiyan who can defeat everything that exists. Could it be that he is Saiyan from Legendary? When Cooler sighed, the planetary bomb flew towards him. Why is my planet-destroying bomb getting bigger and bigger? No, it's not that the planet-destroying bomb is getting bigger and bigger, it's my planet-destroying bomb being bounced back. Seeing this, Cooler immediately stretched out his arms, wanting to block. Boom. At this time, Su Feng came later. Already rushed to the front of Cooler first. At the same time, with one kick, Cooler was directly sent flying out of the stratosphere. Saiyan. Cooler bared his teeth in resentment. By freezing the blood of the demon race, Cooler can survive outside the stratosphere. You're looking for death, Cooler. I've let you off once. Su Feng didn't talk nonsense, just raised his hand. Destroy. Whoosh. In an instant, Purple's destructive energy instantly devoured Cooler. The moment Cooler died. Ding. Sign in event detected, Cooler's death. Ask the host whether to sign in. Single quote. What? Sign in for a big event? Su Feng was taken aback, he didn't expect that his own system would have this function. At the moment when he was in a daze, the planet-destroying bomb hit his back directly. Master Gods of Destruction, you are too careless. Whis rushed over at this time, and raised his hand slightly. In an instant, the planetary destruction bomb shrank infinitely, and finally turned into a speck of dust. Do you think this level of energy can hurt me? Su Feng glanced at the dissipated planetary bomb. Whis just laughed a few times and didn't say anything else. Afterwards, Su Feng looked at his system again. Excuse me, is the host checking in? Single quote. Sign in. Without hesitation, Su Feng chose to sign in. Ding. Congratulations to the host, successfully signed in and obtained the perfect Ultra Instinct. Single quote. Su Feng was taken aback. The item obtained by signing in is a bit awesome, isn't it? That's the perfect Ultra Instinct. The moment Su Feng was stunned, he felt a new force pouring into his body. He felt that his body was so light that he could dodge any attack. How did this sign in be triggered? Su Feng couldn't help asking. Signing up for a big event, what exactly is a big event? Ding. As long as a major event that affects the entire universe is triggered, the check-in can be triggered. Single quote. The greater the impact, the greater the benefits of signing in. Single quote. Oh, because Cooler is the overlord of the Western Galaxy, so I killed him, which has an impact on the universe. Su Feng understood. So, it became a big event, the death of the overlord of the Western Galaxy. Ding. Yes. Single quote. Then if I kill Frieza and cause the death of the overlord of the universe, will it have a greater impact? Su Feng pondered. Ding. Yes. Frieza's death had a greater impact on the universe. The host can then sign in for better things. Single quote. Very good. Su Feng took a deep breath. He decided, kill Frieza. Withdrawing his mind, Su Feng looked at Whis. And Whis also looked at Su Feng with doubts. He always felt that Su Feng suddenly became different. Why do you look at me like that? Su Feng was a little puzzled. Are there flowers on my face? Keep staring at me. It's not, because of you. Whis frowned slightly, the feeling Su Feng gave him now was so strange. There is an indescribable feeling. Did something change happen to you? What change? Su Feng pretended not to know. Forget it. Whis shook his head, as if giving up on finding out. By the way, are you going to follow me all the time? Su Feng glanced at Whis. Ahem, I hope Lord Gods of Destruction can live in the world of Gods of Destruction. Whis coughed twice. As the entourage of Lord Gods of Destruction, I should always follow you. Chi, it's really in the way. Su Feng curled his lips in displeasure. Whis, what? I'm in the way. The first time I heard that Angel served Gods of Destruction, and then I was disgusted. 1. I'm afraid you don't know that Angel's various divine powers are very convenient to use. Su Feng looked towards the deep sky. He thought Whis was in the way, not because of anything else. It's because, when he finds Vados, Margarita, and Kessie in the future, it's really inconvenient to have multiple Whis on the side, and it's even a bit eye-catching. Just when Su Feng sighed, Whis suddenly moved. Sneak attack. Whis punched Su Feng directly. Brush. In an instant, Su Feng's body moved on its own, and he just tilted his head to avoid Whis' punch. Next second, Su Feng instantly transformed into Super 5. Glaring Whis. Whis, what do you mean? Facing Whis, he didn't dare to be careless, so he directly took out his wealth. Super 5. Oh ho ho ho, Lord Gods of Destruction, please don't mind. Whis quickly covered his mouth and laughed. It's just a misunderstanding. I just want to see how cautious Lord Gods of Destruction is. From now on, Lord Gods of Destruction, you are really cautious. Chi, you just want to test my Ultra Instinct, right? Su Feng instantly regained his composure and stopped being on guard. Because he probably understood, Whis is curious about his changes. When Whis asked him just now, he didn't answer. It should be at that time, Whis decided to test it himself. Now that the test is over, it will be fine. Oh ho ho, nothing can be hidden from Lord Gods of Destruction. Whis covered his mouth and chuckled. At the same time, I was very puzzled. This Gods of Destruction, what happened to the ground? Obviously, judging from his previous actions, he will not be Ultra Instinct at all. In just a blink of an eye, he actually directly mastered the very proficient Ultra Instinct. This level of genius is too scary. What's more, at the end, his transformation with white hair is so powerful. It feels almost the same as me. A human being can be compared to Angel. Too exaggerated. Whis took a few deep breaths, trying to calm down the surprise in his heart. At the same time, he couldn't help taking a few glances at Su Feng. This Gods of Destruction is really scary. And when he peeked, there was a certain degree of respect in his eyes. In the face of other Gods of Destruction, he respects on the surface, but he doesn't care in his heart, and even has a free-range attitude that doesn't matter. But facing this Gods of Destruction, he respected it from the bottom of his heart. Don't dare to neglect at all. Okay, let's get down to business. Su Feng waved his hand, then looked at Whis' scepter. Look, where is the Frieza Legion? Okay, Lord Gods of Destruction. Whis took out the scepter and started his role as Angel. Found it, Frieza Legion. Whis' expression brightened, and at the same time he complained in his heart, who is this Frieza? Why do you look familiar? Oh, I remembered. The guy who looks like him seems to be called Chilled. Thousands of years ago, meaning Frieza is a descendant of Chilled. Speaking of which, before I fell asleep, that guy Chilled seemed to be the most powerful universe pirate in our universe. Tisk. It means that universe pirate actually created the universe empire. Really, amazing. By the way, Master Su Feng, what do you want to do with the Frieza Legion? Whis sighed, then looked at Su Feng. Kill him, Su Feng said calmly. Ahem. Whis breathed out directly. Although, you are always gods of destruction. But, your old way of thinking is really a bit out of the way. Why do we have to exterminate people? No, Master Su Feng. Whis coughed a few times. I just watched it, during all the years I've been asleep, thanks to Chilled. The Frieza family. Thanks to the help of the Frieza family, they continue to destroy the universe, and the balance of our universe can be maintained. Otherwise, our universe would have been out of balance long ago. So, you want to say, if I kill him, it's like killing a donkey. Su Feng looked at Whis. Whisper, what is a donkey? Never mind. Anyway, I understand what you mean. Well, after all, there is hard work without credit. Isn't it a bit cruel for us to kill them? Whis hesitated. Why is there no credit? It's their honor to be destroyed by me. Su Feng patted Whis on the shoulder. Don't worry, with me in the future, our universe will become stronger and stronger. Okay, Whis was a little helpless. Gods of Destruction has decided to do this, his angel. You can only make comments and have no right to interfere with Gods of Destruction. Let's go, take me there. Su Feng signaled Whis to lead the way. Whis took out the scepter and waved it casually. Swish, the two turned into flames and flew towards Frieza's army. Meanwhile, Legion of Frieza. Frieza was looking at the screen in front of her. On the screen, Vegeta, Nappa and Raditz are all fighting hard. Oh ho ho ho, fight hard. Lay down more planets for me. Frieza looked happy. Obviously he is their biggest enemy. But under their own deception, they not only don't hate themselves, but also work for themselves. What else is more pleasant than this? Really, it's so cool. Oh, by the way, Bellblower. Frieza looked at the short, fat girl beside her. That guy, the guy with the long hair, who is his father from? You mean Raditz and Burdock? Bellblower asked uncertainly. Oh, yes, that's Saiyan. Frieza took a glass of red wine and shook it. How would Burdock react if he knew his son was working his ass off for me right now? Oh hoo, that's really interesting. Bailey blew. What a joke. However, as long as you are happy. Okay, don't watch it. Frieza turned off the video screen with a touch. Pay attention to controlling Vegeta's combat power, and he must not grow too fast. King Frieza, don't worry, the opponents we have been arranging for him are all guys with little ability. Bai Liblu responded. Look, after so many years, he has increased his fighting power by 1 or 2,000. Very good. Frieza nodded in satisfaction. He remembered this Vegeta. When planet Vegeta was destroyed, he had a combat strength of around 10,000. Now, there are still around 10,000 fighting power. Indeed, not much added. Continue to suppress his growth. Arrange more rubbish opponents for him. Frieza drank the red wine in one gulp, feeling happy. Bellbrew just smiled and didn't say much. Sudden. Ah, Frieza sneezed. What's wrong with you? Did you sleep without a quilt recently? Bailey Brew asked with concern. Frieza, can my fighting strength of 500,000 be frozen by the cold air? Someone should be speaking ill of me behind my back. Frieza pondered. Bailey Blue, that's over, you're going to sneeze every day. In the entire universe, I don't know how many people hope that you will die soon. Just when the two were chatting. Report to King Frieza. It's not good. A communications soldier rushed in. Big thing, no. Boom. Frieza directly hit the communication soldier with an air bomb, and said indifferently. How decent, if you yell again, I will kill you. Yes. The communications soldier shuddered. Looking at the marks of black being punched in front of him, he swallowed, and then said. King Cooler, he is dead. What? Moment. Frieza rushed to the communications soldier and lifted him up with one hand. Can you say that again? Communications soldier. No, you told me not to get excited. As a result, you are now more excited than anyone else. Cough, I just received the communication, King Cooler is dead. The communication soldier repeated. Sure, good. Frieza threw the communication soldier out excitedly. Cooler is dead, his territory is mine. Ha 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 ha. Frieza clenched her fists excitedly. So happy. Bailey Blue. Communication soldier. Your big brother is dead, you are so excited. Your family is really wonderful. Don't you pay attention to family affection? By the way, let me see how this happy event, oh no, how did this heartbreaking thing happen? Frieza looked at the communications soldier. Yes, the communications soldier took out a video. This is a video from the Cooler Corps. Frieza took the video and handed it to Bailey Blower, who put it on the player. After a while, the scene of Su Feng and Cooler fighting was released. In the meantime, Su Feng in the video kicked Cooler out of the stratosphere and then raised his hand. Cooler died immediately. The battle screen took less than 2 seconds. No, it can no longer be called a battle, it is a unilateral massacre. This guy. Frieza's pupils narrowed slightly. Because, he saw, there was a tail growing behind this human being. Saiyan. This human being is the Saiyan he is most familiar with. Could it be that he is the invincible Super Saiyan in Legendary? Bellablo couldn't help whispering. Frieza, you know, I hate Super Saiyan the most. Why do you have to bring this up in front of me? After that, Cooler's planet-destroying bomb was easily resolved by Whis. Hiss. Seeing this, Frieza couldn't help but gasped. Cooler's planet-destroying bomb is powerful. Although he doesn't want to admit it, if Cooler's trick is thrown at him, he will have to run for his life. There is absolutely no way to resolve it, let alone such an easy solution. One is Saiyan, the other. Frieza clenched his fists. What the hell is this blue skin? Why is it so strong? Frieza didn't understand. 2 monsters appeared out of nowhere. They are all so terrifying. Wait, this guy. Bailey Burrow suddenly trembled. King Frieza, there seems to be a record in your genealogy. Blue skin, wearing a halo. Frieza, genealogy. What is that boring thing? Wait a minute, I'll take a look. Bailey Brew took out an electronic screen and flipped through it. Ah, I found it. It happened thousands of years ago, as recorded by King Chilled, please don't provoke gods of destruction and Angel. That guy with blue skin seems to be Angel. Angel, what? Frieza didn't understand, but her brows were furrowed. Moreover, records from thousands of years ago. Could it be that this angel has lived for thousands of years? At this time, Bailey Burrow zoomed in on the picture in his hand. See for yourself, this is the image left by Sir King Zild, Angel and Gods of Destruction. I saw Whis in the picture holding a scepter, followed by a human being. This is what Chilled passed down. Blue skin, exactly the same guy. Frieza trembled slightly. This angel, actually lived for thousands of years. Don't mess with Angel and Gods of Destruction. Frieza couldn't help trembling. So, in this image, the person next to Angel is Gods of Destruction, right? Gods of Destruction, why does it seem like a human being? Frieza looked at Whis Gods of Destruction at that time, and his pupils changed several times again. Frieza was about to say something, boom. Outside his spaceship, there was an explosion. Who? Frieza was shocked. Who? Courting death, right? Even dare to smash the universe spaceship of the universe overlord. Bailey, tell me what happened. Frieza turned her head and looked at Bailey. Please wait a moment. Blue waved, and the video screen changed again. For a split second, the exterior of the Frieza ship is reflected in the frame. See, a group of luminous flames rushed towards Frieza's universe spaceship at an extremely fast speed. Along the way, they crashed and damaged many standard spaceships of the Frieza Legion. What is this? Frieza was a little annoyed. After all, he is also the overlord of the universe. He has always been the only one who destroys others. When did someone dare to destroy his things? I'm going to kill. Frieza is not finished yet. Boom. That group of flames had already smashed his spaceship and charged directly in front of him. Frieza, how come, so fast? It was still in the video 1 second, but it rushed to the front of the next second. What exactly is it? Could it be a meteorite? Frieza looked intently, but found 2 figures inside. How can it be? There are other races that can survive in the universe. Frieza faintly felt a chill down her back. At this time, human voices came from Yingyan. Hey, Whis, I don't think you're flying fast either. Master Su Feng can fly faster than me. That's impossible. It's just that I thought you could be much faster than me. Now it seems that the gap is not too big. Oh, if it was you, how long would it take to fly? 10 minutes. I'm 9 minutes, and it's really not much faster than you. While chatting and laughing, the two walked out of Yingyan. At this time, Frieza also saw clearly who was coming. It's the two of them. Frieza couldn't help trembling. That's them, they killed Cooler. But, didn't Cooler die less than 20 minutes ago? Aren't you guys supposed to be in Cooler's West Galaxy? Why did you run in front of me in an instant? Frieza thought of what they said before, flying for 9 minutes. In an instant, his face changed again. He thought of a very terrifying truth, that is. After they killed Cooler, they flew over directly. Then it takes no more than 10 minutes. It's a monster. Frieza's face turned blue from fright. In about 10 minutes, it spanned most of the universe. The most advanced spaceship of their Frieza Legion can't do it even if it is improved 100 times. At this time, a bang sound came. It seems that something exploded. Su Feng, Whis, including Frieza turned their heads in doubt at the same time, looking over there. I saw the communication soldier tremblingly raised his right hand to greet them. Hi, Su Feng saw it, the signal soldier was carrying the wreckage of the energy detection device by his ear. It is estimated that he hummed to him out of curiosity, and then his fighting power exploded. Want to see my combat effectiveness? Su Feng waved at the communication soldier. Whoosh, the wreckage of the energy detector flew into his hands. Bang, he directly smashed the wreckage of the energy detector. Okay, let's start destroying it from you. Su Feng stretched out one hand. Destroy. Moment. The communications soldier hadn't had time to struggle. This communication soldier was directly reduced to gravel. Both Frieza and Bailey Bru's expressions changed. What kind of move is this? Aim at a person from a distance, and directly turn the opponent into gravel. Very scary. You are the gods of destruction, right? Frieza walked to Su Feng's side in an instant flatteringly. Su Feng was a little surprised. This Frieza of the universe knows gods of destruction. Hasn't Whis been sleeping for thousands of years? Logically speaking, Frieza couldn't possibly know. How do you know about me? Su Feng asked. My ancestors left angel and legendary of gods of destruction. Frieza hastily made friends. They said, let our descendants never provoke the two adults. At the same time, he carefully glanced at Su Feng and Angel, as if to say, look, we have never provoked you. Can you let us go? Yes. Bellaboo nodded repeatedly. It's true that you haven't provoked us. Su Feng nodded. Not only did you not provoke, your family has also helped gods of destruction, and has been reducing the burden of gods of destruction. Hearing this, both Frieza and Bailey Bloom were overjoyed. So, can we not die? Frieza, in particular, breathed a sigh of relief. After all, ever since Su Feng arrived, he felt locked in. As long as you dare to fight, you will die. Now it seems that maybe I won't die. However, I am gods of destruction after all. Su Feng grinned suddenly. You help me destroy the planet, and then I will destroy you. Isn't it beautiful? Speaking of this, Su Feng raised his hand. Oops. Seeing Su Feng raise his hand, Frieza's expression changed drastically. In less than a second, he directly changed from the initial form to the final form. At this moment, he has only one thought. Escape. He knew that if he resisted, he would never be able to defeat gods of destruction. Whoosh. Frieza rushed out of the universe ship and flew towards the deep space of the universe. You don't think you can escape, do you? Su Feng aimed his palm at Frieza and grabbed it from the air. Boom. Frieza just exploded in the universe. Ding. A major event affecting the universe has been detected. Death of Frieza. Single quote. The universe overlord has fallen, may the host check in. Single quote. Of course, sign in. Su Feng chose to sign in without hesitation. He traveled thousands of miles to come here just for this. Ding. Congratulations to the host, signing in to the universe event, the fall of the Emperor. Single quote. The ability to gain unlimited chi. Single quote. Hearing the sign-in result, Su Feng's pupils kept getting bigger, as if he couldn't believe what he heard. Infinite chi. However, with Whis still around, he tried to keep his excitement under control. Call. Su Feng let out a breath, pretending to be indifferent, and looked down at his arm. Take it lightly. At that moment, he only felt that his body was full of energy. That is to say, I can exceed 5 normally. Super 4, since it doesn't consume much energy, it can be maintained as a normal state. But Super 5 is different. Super 5 consumes a lot of energy. It is basically impossible to maintain a Super 5 all the time. And now, with infinite Qi, he can always transform into Super 5. Whis, you step back, I'm afraid of hurting you. Su Feng glanced at Whis. Whisper, what are you going to do again? Whis is a bit strange. It seems that every time an enemy dies, Su Feng will become much stronger. Okay. Whis jumped back a few steps, then looked at Su Feng suspiciously. What on earth is he going to do? HMPH. Su Feng snorted, and then got angry. Crackling. In the universe space, countless electric arcs suddenly appeared. At the same time, a huge aura erupted from Su Feng's body. So strong. Whis' pupils shrank, and then not only took 2 steps back. Could it be that white-haired transformation? He still remembers that when he was testing Su Feng before, he showed this transformation. It is so powerful that it can even catch up with itself. Boom. Moment. A burst. Su Feng successfully transformed into Super 5. As this, infinite Qi. Su Feng clenched his fists, and the energy around him was crackling. He can feel that after he transformed into Super 5, his energy has been continuously lost. But those lost energy quickly reappeared in the body. The energy in his body has always been in full swing. If it is said that the former him can only last for half an hour when he transforms into Super 5. So, now that he has transformed into Super 5, he can continue forever. Good. Great. Su Feng punched the deep space of universe. Boom. In an instant, all the Frieza spaceships around exploded. Crackling. All spaceships in the Frieza headquarters were destroyed. And the energy consumed by this punch was recovered in an instant. No matter how he squanders his energy, those lost physical strength can be recovered in a second. The death of the Emperor of the Universe actually allowed me to sign in and produce such a good thing. Su Feng's mind was moved. So, if I resurrect Frieza again, there will be a return of the Emperor of the Universe. Is this kind of thing a big event? Ding. Reply to the host, barely. Single quote. What is reluctance? Su Feng pondered. Ding. For the same big event, if you sign in repeatedly, the benefits you get will be multiplied. Single quote. Oh, in other words, the first time I checked in on Frieza, it worked best. Su Feng understood. After signing in for the second time, the effect will be reduced. Ding. Yes. Regarding the resurrection of Frieza, I guess the host will sign in and out Kaioken at most. Single quote. Forget it. Su Feng waved his hand. If he revives Frieza, he will go to the underworld, and then revive Whis. So much effort, just for a Kaioken. What a waste. I am satisfied to be able to sign unlimited energy from the matter of the Universe Emperor. Su Feng sighed with emotion, and then withdrew his thoughts. Huo, Master Su Feng, what transformation is this? Whis looked at Su Feng in surprise. He wanted to ask before, what is this white hair? Why are you so strong? Oh, it's just a Super 5 transformation. Su Feng waved his hand, signaling Whis not to care. Is it 1,000 times higher than normal? I don't know exactly how many thousand times. Whisper. What? Thousands of times normal. Does it mean that you are thousands of times stronger than other gods of destruction? My God, no wonder I feel that in this state, we are almost the same. Your transformation is too powerful, right? Okay, Whis doesn't have to worry about these things anymore. Su Feng waved his hand. You take me to the galaxy, I have something to do. What's the matter? Whis asked subconsciously. Looking for a wife. Su Feng looked up, with a rare trace of affection on his indifferent face. Whis. What? Whoosh. In the universe, a bright white rainbow flashes across. It was Whis who brought Su Feng and was heading towards the Milky Way. Speaking of which, if I kill King Cold, can it be considered a big event? Su Feng continued to communicate with the system. Ding. The judgment of a major event is to affect the entire universe. Single quote. Although King Cold is Frieza's father, he has retired behind the scenes and has little influence in the universe. Single quote. Now even if he is dead, no one cares. Single quote. Of course, if he chooses to go out of the mountain and regain control of all his subordinates, after he becomes the overlord of the universe. Single quote. When the host kills him, it can trigger another big event, the death of the overlord of the universe. Single quote. Oh, if you sign in at that time, the benefit of signing in will be reduced because of the repetition of events. Su Feng pondered. Ding. Yes. Single quote. So, Su Feng directly gave up on the Frieza family. The Frieza family can no longer bring him benefits. A big event that affects the universe. Su Feng thought again. What can he do to create a new big event? Oh, that's right. Su Feng's eyes lit up suddenly. That, Whis. What's the matter? Whis was still trying to fly. In our universe, is there only one Supreme Kai left? Su Feng asked. About this matter. Whis nodded. Yes, as early as 5 million years ago, Supreme Kai was wiped out by a man named Majin Buu. Only a young East King Kai remains. Although he slept for thousands of years, he was still awake 5 million years ago. You said, if I found 5 Supreme Kai again, would it be considered a big event? This sentence was asked by Su Feng to Angel. Of course. Whis pursed his lips. Southeast, northwest, plus the big Supreme Kai, if they all return to their positions. That is definitely the ultimate big event affecting our universe. Greater than Frieza's death, Su Feng pondered. There is no comparison. Angel Whis shook his head. Then Frieza is such a rookie, go compare with Supreme Kai. Isn't this my type people? Well, I'm going to rearrange the 5 Supreme Kai. Su Feng could already think of it. When the 5 Supreme Kai return to their positions, he will definitely trigger a big event. Supreme Kai returns. Moreover, the impact of this incident is absolutely unprecedented. The benefits you get definitely go beyond the Frieza event. Hearing Su Feng's words, Whis scratched his head. My 2 gods of destruction have very different personalities. The previous one, as soon as he came up, separated from Supreme Kai. After lifting the same life and death, seeing Supreme Kai being wiped out by Majin Buu, he is also indifferent. It seems that Supreme Kai is just a burden to him. But this time Gods of Destruction is going to find 5 Supreme Kais again. It seems that he really cares about Supreme Kai. 2 people, the personality gap is really big. Whis doesn't know, Su Feng doesn't care about Supreme Kai, he just wants to sign in for the big event. Then get some goodies from the return of Supreme Kai. Well, Whis. Su Feng patted Whis' shoulder suddenly. We are divided into 2 groups. I will go to Earth to find my wife, and you will help me find Supreme Kai. Whisper. Are you quite good at calling people? I'll do things for you, you go pick up girls. Is it a bit too much? Angel, you have to learn to share for Gods of Destruction. Su Feng continued to encourage Whis. I believe in you, only you can be worthy of this great task. Whisper. So angry. Never mind. Okay. In the end, Whis compromised. After all, she is Angel, so her mentality is still very stable. Where do you want me to find Supreme Kai for you? Whis looked at Su Feng. In this universe, it seems that there are not many talents left. It's very simple. I'll send you a few names for you to take a look. Su Feng asked Whis to take out the Angel Scepter. Brawly, Reg, search and see. Okay. Whis used the scepter and started searching. Soon, the 2 were locked. They're all kids. Whis was taken aback. At this stage, even the oldest Reg is less than 20 years old. Brawly is even younger, only about 10 years old. This made Whis a bit puzzled. Why did Gods of Destruction find 2 children to be Supreme Kai? Su Feng, on the other hand, nodded secretly. Sure enough, since it is the GT world, you can search for Reg. Reg's worldview is a continuation of GT. They are not only children, but also children. Su Feng continued to encourage Whis. So, thanks for your hard work, Whis. I hope you can guide them well in the coming days and let them become a qualified Supreme Kai. I believe you can. Whisper. Why does it always feel like a bit of a trap? How did Whis know that these 2 people are problem children among problem children? It can be said that it is very difficult for them to become qualified Supreme Kai. Su Feng, it can be said that he was very cheated. Okay, let's find these two people first. Su Feng waved his hand. I'll go first, you cultivate slowly. After saying this, without waiting for Whis to refuse, he directly turned into a ball of purple energy and flew away. Whisper, you run so fast. It feels like you're leaving the mess to me. Never mind, go find these two guys first. After saying that, Whis flew in the direction of Reg. On the other side, Su Feng flies in the universe. Haha, this will get rid of the light bulb Whis. Su Feng was in a good mood. It will take 7 or 8 years to teach Reg and others to become Supreme Kai. In these days, I can also realize my big sister girl plan. Oh, right, Su Feng's flying body paused suddenly, and then fell into deep thought. So, Reg is here, so is that guy. After all, AF is also a continuation of GT. Then, let's go and have a look. Whoosh. Su Feng turned into a ball of luminous flames, turned around and flew in another direction. King Cold's Legion, he couldn't help trembling as he looked at the information in his hand. My son, Frieza and Cooler are dead. Who did it? King Cold felt a burst of anger burning. Useless guy. At this time, a beautiful female voice came from behind King Cold. Lie, Layla. King Cold couldn't help but took a few steps back. Facing this powerful woman, he dared not show any disrespect. I thought you could give birth to the most powerful warrior for me. West King Kai Layla just sneered. Layla, after being defeated by Majin Buu, did not die, but escaped. Afterwards, she understood one thing, Supreme Kai is a joke. The greatest god in the universe, but without the most powerful power in the universe, it is pure waste. So, in order to become stronger, she found King Cold, the overlord of the universe, and then took King Cold's cells. Created the two most powerful warriors, Cooler and Frieza. Looking at the indifferent Layla, King Cold couldn't help trembling. Because he knew that this Layla was very powerful. Even he is no match for Layla. Tell me, Frieza and how they died. West King Kai Layla sneered. She has decided to find the human who killed Frieza, and then take that human's cells to create a sun. She is going to create a sun with universe first. In this way, she can grasp the strongest power of the universe. I didn't look at that either. King Cold laughed dryly, and then opened the document in his hand. In the picture, the first scene, is the death of Cooler. Su Feng kicked, then squeezed. After that, it's Whis to neutralize the planet destroyer. Afterwards, in the second act, the Frieza army was broken into by Su Feng and the others. Then Su Feng slapped Frieza to death, and raised his hand again. Boom, the screen becomes a pattern. At this time, it was time for Su Feng to destroy Frieza's army casually. All spaceships are destroyed, so naturally there is no picture. What is this monster? King Cold couldn't help shivering. His two sons were both killed by the other party. It's like pinching an ant to death. This gap in strength is too terrifying. West King Kai Layla's expression was a lot more dignified. As an experienced West King Kai, she is much more knowledgeable than East King Kai Shin. She knows both angel and gods of destruction. After gods of destruction died, didn't he just fall into a deep sleep? It's been thousands of years, why did he suddenly appear again? Could it be that? West King Kai Layla fixed her eyes on Su Feng. This guy is the new gods of destruction. If that's the case, no wonder. West King Kai Layla bit her lip lightly. She already knew the power of gods of destruction. Not to mention killing Frieza, even Majin Buu would be easy. In this way, West King Kai Layla also started to think carefully. Unexpectedly, the new gods of destruction suddenly appeared. I don't know if I can get the other party's cells. The offspring of Supreme Kai and gods of destruction, I'm afraid that is the well-deserved universe number 1. While Lyra fantasizes, he's gods of destruction, King Cold couldn't help exclaiming. Layla looked at King Cold in surprise. Unexpectedly, this guy also knows gods of destruction. Quite knowledgeable, it is recorded in our family tree, gods of destruction and angel. King Cold couldn't help exclaiming. West King Kai. Oh, it turned out to be a family tree. Boom. Just at this time, a bang. King Cold's spaceship was directly smashed out of a big hole. Who is it? How dare you break into my spaceship without permission? King Cold's expression changed. What the hell? My two children just died, so I'm in a bad mood. I think you are courting death. King Cold has already decided, no matter who the other party is, he must brutally kill him. Let him know, the terror of the former overlord of the universe. After the energy won't dissipate, you can fly more unscrupulously, so the flying speed is also much faster. Su Feng's voice came from within the flames. Soon, Su Feng walked out from the flames. Yo, are you all there? Su Feng looked at West King Kai Layla and nodded. He was right. In AF, Jaiko's mother, Layla, is indeed there. Ah, Lord Gods of Destruction, why are you here? Kurdish Wang Li walked over obsequiously. Why do you always come here when you are free? Do you have something to teach me? Su Feng looked at the flattering King Cold and smiled. Frieza knew about Gods of Destruction, so King Cold knew him, and he wasn't surprised. Only Layla glanced at King Cold unhappily. Chi. What a soft bone. A second ago he was talking about killing the intruder, but now he is begging for mercy. As the West King Kai, Layla can see through King Cold's thinking. West King Kai. Su Feng looked at Layla. Lord Gods of Destruction, I'm here. West King Kai Layla hastily said respectfully. King Cold, your kneeling speed seems to be faster than mine. Don't even think about surpassing me. Seeing this, King Cold hurriedly prostrated himself on the ground. Lord Gods of Destruction, do you have any needs? Just say so. I will try my best to fulfill your wishes. Oh, you are so enthusiastic. Su Feng looked away from Layla. Don't you know, I killed Cooler and Frieza. I'm your murderous enemy. Haha, Lord Gods of Destruction, you are joking. King Cold shook his head again and again. I can't get used to those two rebellious sons for a long time. Even if you don't make a move, I will beat them up. Now, you have taught those two guys a lesson for me, and I also want to thank you. Su Feng, West King Kai Layla, let's show some face. You are too good at licking. Lord Gods of Destruction, what do you want and who do you want to kill, just tell me. King Cold continued. I will help you solve all problems. Okay, are you flattering me so much because you are afraid that I will ruin you too? Su Feng waved his hand. Hearing this, King Cold couldn't help shivering. As long as you don't destroy me, I am willing to obey your orders. King Cold hurriedly begged for mercy. Okay, if you have nothing to do, just help me destroy a few planets. Su Feng waved his hand. In this way, I can also rest more and not have to work every day. Secondly, I'm not here today to find you. Hearing this, King Cold quickly breathed a sigh of relief. Very good. Don't die. Don't worry, I will definitely help you destroy a few more planets. King Cold licked one last sentence, and immediately backed to the edge. Don't dare to talk any more. Since Su Feng bluntly said that he has nothing to do, he is also happy to watch the show. Are you here to look for me? West King Kai Layla was taken aback. No wonder, when this Gods of Destruction met, he called himself. I don't know, Lord Gods of Destruction, what orders do you have? It's nothing. Su Feng shook his head. It's just that the child you gave birth to is quite good. Chapter 11. Upon hearing this, Layla was stunned for about 30 seconds, and then asked uncertainly. Do you want to have a baby with me? You have a good baby, I am very satisfied, so come and have a baby with me. Lyra could only think of this explanation. Su Feng. Although you and your child are born with cell test tubes. The body is still intact, but it's kind of gross after all. So, how could I want to have a baby with you? You think too much, I just said, your son, Jaiko is very good. Su Feng sneered. West King Kai Layla was taken aback. My son, Jaiko. Why didn't I know that I still have such a son? Waiting for West King Kai Lyra to ask that. Destroy. Su Feng raised his arm and directly destroyed it. Wait, Lila's second weight hadn't come out yet. Wow, in an instant, she turned into gravel and disappeared into nothingness. Chi, isn't Lila's death a big deal? Su Feng curled his lips in displeasure. He sabotaged Lila to see if killing a Supreme Kai could trigger a big event. Ding. Because Layla has been hiding behind the scenes for many years, the entire universe is almost the same with her or without her. Single quote. Her death has a very low impact on the universe, so it is not a big event. Single quote. It's the same as King Cold. Su Feng sighed. Forget it, it's time to go. Okay, I'm leaving, remember to help me destroy a few planets. Su Feng glanced back at King Cold. King Cold. King Cold huddled in the corner, his face pale with fright. Because, as he saw it, Lyra was so destroyed. Terrible. Scary. I told you that, remember? Su Feng glanced at King Cold coldly. Ah, I see. Yes. King Cold quickly stood up and bowed. I will destroy a planet at a rate of 1 month, and slowly destroy it. That's right, a child can be taught. Su Feng nodded in satisfaction, then turned into a flame and flew away. After confirming that Su Feng had really left, King Cold took a quick breath. Really, before the gate of hell, I took a trip. In the universe, Su Feng flies rapidly. Yes, I got it. Su Feng stretched out his palm, and there was a hair in his palm. To be precise, it's West King Kai Layla's hair. Use this Layla's DNA, and then use Son Goku's cells. He believed that he could also create Jai-Ko. This Jai-Ko is tentatively designated as the future West King Kai. Inherit his mother's position. Tisk. Feeling emotional, Su Feng suddenly accelerated. In the direction of the Earth, it flew directly over. 10 minutes later, Earth. Boom. A flame descended from the sky, and Su Feng walked out of the flame. It's finally here. Su Feng looked up to the west. Exedu, the capsule company. Swish. Taking a step forward, Su Feng's figure flickered several times. On the other side, Whis looked at the direction in the scepter. Oh, it's coming soon, the planet where Reg is. Whis's face showed excitement. It's been flying for almost 20 minutes, and it's finally here. Who knows how hard it is? Really, it's not easy. I really don't know why this Reg lives on the edge of the universe. Whis shook his head slightly. He doesn't know. Reg was deliberately exiled by King Vegeta. Just to keep him on the edge of the universe for the rest of his life. Reg. Soon, Whis falls on the planet. And locked Reg's breath. What a powerful energy. Whis was a little surprised. This Reg is so strong. It feels like even Frieza is no match for him. In our universe, there is still such a master hidden. At the same time, he murmured in his heart, as an angel, he observed the whole universe, but he ignored such a strong man. And Su Feng, a gods of destruction, how did he find out? I always feel that this Lord Gods of Destruction is more mysterious than the last one. Whis muttered. Forget it, see Reg first. Whis flew directly over. At this moment, Reg just killed a ferocious beast, biting the opponent's leg bone. Asshole father, exile me to such a remote area, eat and drink in planet Vegeta by yourself. And that stupid brother, Adertisement. Reg looked at the starry sky resentfully. When I get stronger and go back, I must bloodbath planet Vegeta. You wait. Thinking of this, Reg angrily bit his flesh again. Hi, boy. Whis greeted Reg beside. Ahem. Reg was taken aback by the sudden appearance of Whis. The meat didn't even go down, it got stuck in the throat. Hey, you seem to be choking. Whis covered his mouth and chuckled. Reg, nonsense. Didn't you suddenly appear to scare me, can I be choked? Asshole, stop laughing, hurry up and help. Reg patted his back, but found that he couldn't pat that piece of meat at all. Huo, it seems that if I don't help, I can't do it. Whis raised the scepter and tapped it lightly. I saw that the piece of meat stuck in Reg's throat just flew out of thin air. Reg's pupils shrunk, and he looked at Whis in disbelief. What kind of magical spell is this? Want to learn? Whis blinked. No. Reg turned his head away. Whisper. You don't want to learn, why did you look at me with longing eyes before? You are obviously eager, right? No, I desire more power than these. Reg lowered his head, looking at the bones in his hand. Your magic is indeed miraculous, but only miraculous. For me, there is no help. I just want to gain great power and seek revenge from my father. Whisper. Is this the brat that Master Su Feng was talking about? This is not an ordinary difficult education. It is very difficult for a person with such a murderous heart to become Supreme Kai. Master Su Feng, you really gave me a mess. Whis shook his head helplessly. Master Su Feng, what is that? Reg was taken aback. Can I eat it? I only know Lord Frieza. Oh ho, let me tell you, Lord Frieza was beaten to death by Lord Su Feng. Whis smiled. What? Reg looked at Whis in disbelief. Overlord of the universe, Frieza is dead. Still beaten to death by that Su Feng. You didn't lie to me. Of course I didn't lie to you, and I was also sent by Master Su Feng. Whis looked at Reg seriously. He asked me to train you to become a great Supreme Kai. How is it? Are you excited? Supreme Kai. Then after I become Supreme Kai, can I get revenge? Reg frowned. Whisper. Why do you remember revenge every day? Forget it, take it back first, and then teach it slowly. Since you want revenge so much, the most basic thing for revenge is strength. Whis flipped his hand and directly suppressed Reg. Well, boy, can you stand up? Reg, you are so strong. I didn't even have the strength to stand up. Reg seemed to have discovered some treasure, and looked at Whis with respectful eyes. Can I ask you to be my teacher? Teach me how to become stronger. Please. Oh ho ho ho, of course. Whis nodded in satisfaction. As I said before, I am here to teach you under the order of Master Su Feng. Lord Su Feng, Reg muttered. Although he has never met, Reg has already developed a sense of gratitude to Su Feng. I am very grateful that you can teach me. Reg nodded, and then said. As long as I can succeed in revenge, I will do anything for you. Whisper. No, you still think about revenge. Forget it, take your time, he's still young anyway. Whis took Reg and flew away directly. Next, he's off to find Brawly. At the moment, Earth, Capsule Corporation. No matter how you look at it, my mini laser gun lacks some energy. Bulma looked at the gun in front of him. In the end, where should I go to find some powerful energy sources? Su Feng saw Bulma, who was researching technology from a high altitude, and couldn't help feeling a little emotional. Bulma is only 14 now, right? Already so smart. But speaking of which, in the Galactic Patrol comics, 5-year-old Bulma has already created a handheld laser gun. Now that 9 years have passed, it is normal to become wiser. Let's get to know each other first. The Sister Flower Project, start here. Su Feng muttered. Then, he landed. Hi, how are you? Su Feng greeted directly. Who? Bulma was startled, and turned her head hastily. Who fell to the ground was able to bypass her layers of alarm protection. Appearing directly behind her, Bulma, who was still vigilant at first, became jealous when he saw Su Feng. Ah, you are so handsome, Su Feng. I almost forgot, Bulma in this time period can't walk when he sees a handsome guy. Just a super nympho. He remembered that Bulma was looking for the Dragon Ball for 2 wishes. One is endless strawberries, and the other is a Prince Charming. While on the road, Bulma often judges people by their appearance. When I saw a handsome guy, I couldn't walk in an instant. Even if the other party is a bad guy. Bad mistake. Su Feng sighed slightly. At this time, Bulma had already walked over on his own initiative, holding Su Feng's arm. Handsome guy, you fell from the sky. Are you the Prince Charming that God heard my wish and bestowed on me? Su Feng, I'm going. This is too nympho. This makes me feel that I am being teased by you. Ahem, yes. Su Feng also just coughed lightly. Bulma is so active, he can't even beat him. Just when Bulma was grabbing Su Feng's sticker, Whis contacted Su Feng. Hi, Lord Gods of Destruction, are you okay? I have found the first target, Reg. Ah, I'm fine. Su Feng looked up. He couldn't see Whis, but he knew it. Whis could see him through the scepter. In universe space. Whis took out the scepter, looked at the picture on the scepter, the corner of his mouth twitched slightly. In the picture, there is a blue-haired beauty holding Su Feng's arm, looking extremely intimate. Whisper, are you really going to leave the dirty work to me, and then go pick up girls yourself? You are too much. Reg scratched his head from behind. Is this Master Su Feng from Legendary? It seems to be very popular with women. Handsome guy, who are you talking to? In the picture, Bulma looked up at the sky in doubt, as if he didn't understand what was going on. Ah, that's right, Su Feng explained to Bulma on the spot. Angel, gods of destruction, these things. Wow, then you are a god. Bulma looked at Su Feng in surprise, as if he had discovered some treasure. Yes, Su Feng nodded. Great, handsome guy, I've decided, you are my husband, Bulma. Bulma jumped up directly, hugging Su Feng's neck. Whisper, I have no face to look at. Gods of destruction, you'll enjoy it. This woman is too nympho. Lord Gods of Destruction, I'm going to find Brawly right now, bye. After saying this, Whis hung up the phone directly. Reg, it's impossible for you to be obsessed with women in the future. Whis warned. As the future Supreme Kai, Whis feels that these good qualities should be cultivated from an early age. Ah, why, I want a wife too. Reg scratched his head. Whisper, you Saiyans are hopeless. Stop talking nonsense, let's go find Brawly. Whis snorted. Reg, I said I also want to find a wife, why are you angry? Could it be that you can't find a wife? Thinking of this, Reg sneaked a glance at Whis. Don't think about it. Whis glared at Reg. Ah, you can see through my thoughts. Reg was stunned. I am Angel, a god. Whis sighed. So, your thoughts are in front of me, not a secret. It's amazing. Reg stared wide-eyed, unbelievable that such an existence existed in the world. At the same time, a thought arose in my heart again. Whis, you don't have a wife. Whisper, please don't test Angel's bottom line. Speaking of this, Whis opened a space crack. Okay, seeing the space crack, Reg swallowed. Terrible Angel, scary. Glancing at the silent Reg, Whis accelerated sharply. Whoosh, he took Reg and disappeared into the universe. 6 minutes later, here we are. Whis took Reg and appeared above a planet. Here, Reg scratched his head. Your other companion, where Brawly is. Whis said flatly. After a few days, Earth, Su Feng lived in Bulma's house for a period of time, and the relationship between the two also heated up rapidly. Almost within a few days, the two completely confirmed their relationship as a couple. One day, Su Feng flew over the capsule company. All right, there are more important things to do next. Su Feng turned his head and looked in a certain direction. There is something that Supreme Kai Shin fears the most. Seal of Majin Buu. Su Feng, are you leaving so early? At this time, on the ground, Bulma looked up at Su Feng. Well, definitely come back before tonight. Su Feng nodded. When Bulma heard this, his face turned red and he ran away. Why not give me a day off? Number 21. Ah no, Majin Buu, here I come. Su Feng flew over in a fit of anger. Somewhere on Earth, a huge egg lay on the ground. Swish, Su Feng appeared next to the egg. Not bad. Su Feng patted Majin Buu's egg. The next step is to find a way to lift the seal, and then get some Majin Buu's cells. Android 21 was created with artificial human technology plus a little Majin Buu cells. At this point in time, the artificial human technology is still immature, so he can't do it. However, Majin Buu's cells can be obtained. Also, Majin Buu is also the East King Kai the First ordered. Su Feng put his hand on the egg. If East King Kai Shin finds out about this, Majin Buu will replace him, surely he will be scared silly. Really interesting. After speaking, Su Feng began to inject energy into the egg. At this moment, the distant Supreme Kai world. Supreme Kai is looking down on the universe. Master Supreme Kai, don't you take a break. Jebbit came over at this time. Ah, nothing. Supreme Kai Shin smiled. As the greatest god in the universe, it is necessary to always observe the safety of the entire universe. It's really hard work for you. Jebbit nodded. It seems that you also know that Frieza and Cooler are both dead. Right now, our universe is in a period of turmoil. We need you to take action to quell the turmoil. In normal times, the entire universe is guarded by Frieza and Cooler. Although there is some turmoil, it is also within control. But now, both of them are dead, and all kinds of messy pirate groups have popped up in the entire universe. The frequency of burning, killing and looting has reached its peak. Universe is in a period of turmoil. What? You said Frieza and the others are dead. Supreme Kai was stunned. Frieza, the overlord of the universe, died. Jabbit. Feelings, you still don't know about this. Tell me, Frieza, how did they die? Supreme Kaixin asked seriously. Well, here's the thing. Jebbit explained to Supreme Kai Shin. Oh, Supreme Kai was lost in thought. You mean, someone killed Frieza and Cooler consecutively in one day? It really surprised me. Of course, I'm not surprised by his strength. After all, I can kill them too. I'm surprised that his speed can go from killing Cooler to Frieza's territory in one day. If I remember correctly, those two guys are far away, right? Even with the most advanced universe spaceship, it will take about 10 days to fly. Yes, Jebbit nodded. But I think the person who killed Frieza should have instant transmission. What? Instant transmission? Supreme Kai frowned slightly. Instant transmission is a unique skill of the Adriatic people. And he once warned the people of Adriatic, telling them not to teach instant transmission at will. These guys actually disobeyed my order. Supreme Kai took a deep breath. He is the greatest god in the universe, how dare those people disobey him? Jabbit, wait a minute, let me observe the Adriatics first. Supreme Kai began to infuse the power of God into his eyes, intending to watch the planet Adriatic from the air. By the way, Lord Supreme Kai, I remember that the distance between the planet Adriatic and the Earth seems not far. Jabiter said indifferently. Well, it seems to be. Supreme Kai Shin nodded, then whispered. Or, let me observe the Earth by the way and see how Majin Buu's seal is doing. So, he turned his head and looked in the direction of the Earth. This look made him see a scene where his eyes were shattered. At this moment, on the Earth, there is actually a human being who keeps injecting energy into Majin Buu's eggs. He wants to break the seal. Supreme Kai almost jumped up with excitement. What's the matter? Jebbit probed over with a masked face. What seal? There are humans. There are humans who want to break Majin Buu's seal. Supreme Kai's eyes widened. What? Someone wants to break the seal. Jebbit couldn't help shivering too. Although, he has never seen Majin Buu with his own eyes, nor does he know how terrifying Majin Buu is. However, I often listen to what East King Kai said, and I feel that Majin Buu is the scariest thing. Stop standing still. Jebbit, hurry to the Earth. Supreme Kai pulled Jebbit. Ah, yes, I see. Jebbit also grabbed Supreme Kai Shin's arm. Instant transmission. Seal of Majin Buu. Walk. Swish. The two disappeared into the Supreme Kai world. Earth. Su Feng is still inputting energy continuously. Well, yes, you should be able to wake up after a while. Su Feng nodded in satisfaction. The only thing that makes him dissatisfied is this egg, the efficiency of absorbing energy is too low. Obviously, the energy he injected is huge. However, this egg can only absorb 1/10 of this. All other energies are directly dissipated into the air. Otherwise, the egg would have been absorbed long ago. Is it because my energy level is too high? Su Feng chuckled. He could feel that when this seal absorbed his energy, it could only absorb the scattered energy at the very edge. As for the energy at the core, this egg is unable to decompose and absorb it at all. Obviously, his energy level is too high. This egg can't be digested. When Su Feng was feeling emotional, suddenly, two figures appeared in front of him. It was Supreme Kaixin and Jebbit who hurried over. Hey, you two are here. Su Feng also greeted them. After all, we are all gods of this universe. You. Supreme Kai Shin looked at Su Feng and was taken aback for a moment. Jebbit was trembling non-stop. Supreme Kai thought about this at first, so he came over and immediately reprimanded the human beings in front of him. But when he came over, he found that the guy in front of him was not human at all, but God, and the pure power of God exudes from his body, even purer than Shendu, the king of the world. Could it be that there are gods higher than Supreme Kai in this world? As for Jebbit, he's trembling because, in front of Su Feng's divine power, he didn't even dare to speak. I can only tremble. The gap between God and God is too great. Who the hell are you? Supreme Kai Shin looked at Su Feng cautiously. What, did you feel it? Su Feng realized it when he saw Supreme Kai Shin trembling. East King Kai has discovered his horrors. I am the gods of destruction. Gods of destruction. East King Kai Shin and Jebbit looked at each other. What is this? Why never heard of it? If it's okay, let's go, I still have things to do. Su Feng waved his hand. Supreme Kai Shin. Jebbit. East King Kai Shin hesitated for a while, but finally gritted his teeth. Master Gods of Destruction, do you know what is sealed in this seal? Although I don't know what the title of Gods of Destruction is, how powerful it is. But the other party actually surpassed himself, so let's call out to you first, and don't offend the other party. That's what Supreme Kai thought. Then, he just wanted to dissuade him from unblocking Majin Buu. Because, if Majin Buu is unblocked, it will be a nightmare for the entire universe. Majin Buu can destroy their entire universe within a year. Terrible. Oh, I know, isn't Majin Buu? Su Feng glanced at Supreme Kai Shin. Supreme Kai Shin. Jabbit. No, you still stimulate Majin Buu. I know, you still want to let him out. Don't you know that once Majin Buu is unblocked, the whole universe will be in crisis? If you know, stop now. Supreme Kai said tremblingly. Majin Buu's seal, once untied. Just at this time. Boom. A bolt of lightning fell from the sky. Straight to Majin Buu's seal. Swish. Su Feng backed away immediately, putting away the distance between Dan and Dan. And Majin Buu's egg was also broken into two halves after being struck by lightning. Opened. What did you want to say just now? Su Feng looked at Supreme Kai Shin suspiciously. Supreme Kai Shin. Jabbit. No, it's all right. Majin Buu's egg has been cracked. It's over, it's over, Majin Buu's seal has been lifted. Supreme Kai was lying powerlessly on the ground. Our universe, it's over. It's too late. Jabbatat scratched his head, and then said to Supreme Kai Shin. No, Lord Supreme Kai, look quickly. What's wrong? Supreme Kai quickly got up from the ground. Look, Majin Buu's egg, empty. Jabbit was so excited. Majin Buu, is he dead? Empty. Supreme Kai froze for a moment, then jumped up excitedly. Ha ha ha, it must have been sealed for too long, Majin Buu has died naturally. Ha ha ha, great, great, universe is safe again. Supreme Kai took several deep breaths excitedly. What is a roller coaster? This is a roller coaster. A moment ago, I thought everyone was going to die. The next moment, Majin Buu died. This ups and downs are so exciting. No, Majin Buu is not dead. At this time, Su Feng shook his head. Supreme Kai Shin. Jabbit. No, you released Majin Buu, we haven't settled with you yet. You have a crow's mouth again, right? If Majin Buu has to come out, let's kill them all, so you'll be happy. If you don't believe me, look up for yourself. Su Feng motioned the two to look up. Supreme Kai Shin and Jabbit are also obedient, heads up. But see you. Above their heads, countless pink mist slowly gathered together. Ah, Supreme Kai took 2 steps back. This color. What's wrong, Lord Supreme Kai? What happened? Jabbit hurriedly supported Supreme Kai Shin. Isn't it just a cloud of pink smoke? As for being so excited. That's the color of Majin Buu. Supreme Kai said in horror. What? Jabbit also looked at the sky in fear. Is that pink the color of Majin Buu? That is at this time. The smoke in the sky gathered wildly. Boom. Suddenly, a pink big fat man jumped out directly. It is Majin Buu. Ho 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 ho. Majin Buu stepped on the ground, jumping happily. Ha ha. After a long time, I finally broke the seal. Wow, ha ha. So happy. Jabbit. Is this idiot really Majin Buu? Didn't Lord Supreme Kai say that he is scary? How do I feel so happy? Jabbit looked at Supreme Kai Shin suspiciously. He. Supreme Kai stretched out his arms tremblingly. I will never forget that horrible face in my life. He is the one who destroyed the universe. Majin Buu. Jabbit. Ha, this hilarious guy is really Majin Buu. Jabbit looked at Majin Buu's fat body. He was a little eager to try it. Otherwise, let me see if I can kill him. Maybe, this Majin Buu has been sealed for so many years, and the power has been lost. Just do it. Jabbit stood up directly and flew towards Majin Buu. Jetbit, what are you doing? Supreme Kai Shin looked at Jabbatat's back, his eyes were about to pop out. What a nonsense. This Jabbit, I have been telling him for so long, Majin Buu is invincible. How could he go to die there? And Majin Buu, who was bouncing around, suddenly found someone flying towards him. So, without hesitation, he just swung his arms round. Whoosh, punch, it directly sent Jabbatar flying out. Jabbit, Supreme Kai shouted excitedly, how can you be so impulsive? Majin Buu is unbeatable. Jabbit, who was knocked into the air, had only one thought in mind. It turns out that Supreme Kai didn't lie to me, Majin Buu is really strong. Bang bang bang, Jabbit smashed several trees, and finally stopped slowly. PFF'd, Jabbit spat out a mouthful of blood. Majin Buu, amazing. Boom. After saying this, Jabiter fainted directly on the ground. Supreme Kai Shin, didn't I tell you already? Majin Buu is very scary. Jia Wang Shin quietly hid his figure, and slowly walked away from the battlefield. Of course, He is not afraid of death. He just wanted to wake up Jebbit. Jetbit, wait for me, I'm here to save you. Supreme Kai flew to Jabbatat at low altitude. At this time, ho 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 ho, I'm hungry, I want a snack. Majin Buu bounced and was about to leave here. Whoosh, sudden, an air bomb flew over and hit Majin Buu's back directly. Boom, just this one air bomb, directly blasted Majin Buu to pieces. It was Su Feng. You can't go anywhere. Su Feng slowly flew in front of Majin Buu. Not only can you not go anywhere, but you still have to follow me and let me slice you up for research. Fractured Majin Buu. What? Why do you want to slice and study me? Recover quickly, don't pretend to be dead. Su Feng said lightly. That level of attack is just enough to break you. Fractured Majin Buu. How do you feel? You know me well. In an instant, all the broken pieces of meat gathered together. Swish. Majin Buu instantly recovered. It's just that the tentacles on the head were broken. Majin Buu scratched his tentacles. Why did you lose part of it? Well. Majin Buu made fists with both hands and put them in front of him. Grow it out for me. Boom. With a bang, Majin Buu's tentacles swelled out again. Interesting, Su Feng said flatly. Although he already knew about Majin Buu's ability, it was fun to see it with his own eyes. Okay, come with me, let me slice and study your cells, and create number 21. Then, become my subordinate again. I refuse. Majin Buu spewed out a white airflow. I won't be under anyone. Thinking of Babidi from millions of years ago makes him sick. He doesn't want to continue to take orders from anyone. Here's something delicious for you. Su Feng said flatly. Majin Buu. This. I hesitated a little. Do you want to sell yourself for delicious food? I wanted to say no, but I'm so hungry. At this time, Supreme Kai Shin also found Jebbit, and then restored him with healing. Are you alright, Jebbit? Supreme Kai helped Jabiter up. Ahem, thanks to Lord Supreme Kai, I'm fine. Jabiter clutched his chest with a pained expression. Supreme Kai Shin, you said nothing to provoke Majin Buu what to do. It's fine as long as you're fine. Supreme Kai helped Jebbit up helplessly. Speaking of which, Jebbit, how have I taught you for so many years? When you meet Majin Buu, run for your life immediately. How can you fight him desperately? Jebbit shrank his neck with a grieved expression, and said. I don't think he looks like a fool. I think it's been sealed for a long time, so it's useless. So, I wanted to kill him while he was sick. But who knows, he is still so strong. Supreme Kai Shin. This. You have left me speechless. By the way, Master Supreme Kai, how is Majin Buu? Jebbit scratched his head. Oops. Supreme Kai slapped his thigh violently. Now it seems that Gods of Destruction is facing Majin Buu alone. We have to go back and save him. What? Facing that terrifying Majin Buu alone? Jabiter gasped sharply. This is too scary. Let's go, let's save him. Supreme Kai Shin took Jabiter and flew over directly. Majin Buu was lost in thought. Hurry up, my patience is limited. Su Feng said lightly. Although you are more important in my plan, but it doesn't have to be you. If you go down in the ink, I will directly destroy you. Destruction. Majin Buu tilted his head. You mean, kill me? Don't you know that I am immortal? Snort. Tell me, do you want to hang out with me? Su Feng asked again. Majin Buu scratched his head. Okay, I've made up my mind. I want. Speaking of this, Majin Buu suddenly raised his hand. Moment. Behind Su Feng, a huge pink meatball suddenly grew. Absorbed you. Majin Buu laughed loudly. Do you know why my previous tentacles can't grow? Because I let him sneak up on you. Haha, you idiot. I absorbed you, and all your delicious food is mine. Why should I be your subordinate? At this time, Supreme Kai Shin and Jebbit also came over. As soon as they arrived, they saw a scene that made them horrified. Gods of Destruction is going to be absorbed. Supreme Kai shuddered. He can never forget Majin Buu's terrifying ability. They Supreme Kai are killed to kill, absorbed to absorb. Terrible. As this absorption, Jebbit couldn't help but took a step back. Majin Buu's absorption, he had heard about Supreme Kai a long time ago. It is a terrifying ability that can assimilate people. But, next, the scene that surprised them appeared. Su Feng was furious. Boom. Majin Buu's meatballs were all washed into pieces. Do you think this sneak attack is useful to me? Su Feng looked at Majin Buu indifferently. Majin Buu hasn't even turned his head since he sneaked up on Majin Buu from behind. Easily neutralized Majin Buu's attack. Too stupid to sneak up on me. Su Feng raised his arm. He wanted to destroy Majin Buu. Not just because Majin Buu sneaked up on him. More importantly, he suddenly thought of something. It was introduced in the Mara chapter that the magic power of the Supreme Kai is contained in the body of Majin Buu. Then if he is killed, will it trigger a big event, the reincarnation of Supreme Kai? Such a big event should be able to sign some good things, right? So, he decided to kill Majin Buu. It is directly a destruction, throw it out. And Majin Buu, also without fear, directly rushed towards the purple energy. What sabotage, also want to kill me? Let you see my immortal body. Supreme Kai, who had been watching from the sidelines, including Jabit, was all stunned. Just now, that gods of destruction, did it break Majin Buu's absorption? Supreme Kai slapped himself directly. Am I hallucinating? That's something even a Supreme Kai can't do. Could it be that this gods of destruction is even better than Lord Supreme Kai? Jabit's eyes widened too. That Majin Buu, who slapped him half to death, couldn't do any harm to Su Feng. Is the gap that big? Look, Supreme Kai, that gods of destruction has launched an attack on Majin Buu. Supreme Kai also looked at it hastily. He was curious about gods of destruction's attack method. I saw that Purple's energy collided with Majin Buu. Ah, the moment the two came into contact, Majin Buu let out a scream. Then, starting from where it touched the destroyed, his body turned into gravel and dissipated in the air. He felt that his vitality was draining at an extremely fast speed. If this continues, he will really die. Impossible. It doesn't make sense. I am the immortal Majin Buu. How can I die? Majin Buu looked at Su Feng in fear. And Supreme Kaixin and Jabit were also dumbfounded. What kind of attack method is this? It can effectively cause damage to Majin Buu. Incredible. Is it too powerful? What the hell is this gods of destruction? Supreme Kai looked at Su Feng, trembling uncontrollably. Even the great realm King Shendu is helpless, Majin Buu is like a bug in his hands. Take it easy, Master Supreme Kai, I seem to know. Jabiter whispered from the side. What? Supreme Kai asked. I just looked up the gods of destruction, and the position of gods of destruction really happened. Jabit said mysteriously. Oh, what is gods of destruction? Supreme Kai asked. So, Jabiter revealed the setting of gods of destruction. I heard that the previous gods of destruction was not interested in Supreme Kai, so he never appeared in front of Supreme Kai. Jabit said. So, Lord Supreme Kai, you don't know about gods of destruction. Afterwards, gods of destruction died, and Angel was lazy and didn't find a new gods of destruction. You have even less chance of touching gods of destruction. So that's how it is. Supreme Kai couldn't help but gasped. It turns out that this is the so-called gods of destruction. The most powerful god in the universe. Can destroy everything. No wonder Majin Buu is in his hands, like a bug. Supreme Kai looked at Majin Buu excitedly. Over there, most of Majin Buu's body has been destroyed. It's great. It's really great. Beat him hard. Kill him. Supreme Kai couldn't help but punched twice excitedly. So relieved. This Majin Buu should have died long ago. Jabit, why do you feel that you are a bit of a villain? At this moment, Su Feng, facing Majin Buu whose vitality was constantly passing away, just slightly raised his right hand. As expected of absorbing the existence of the great Supreme Kai, the power of God is so pure that it can offset part of my destruction. His destruction did not kill Majin Buu immediately because Majin Buu's divine power was too strong. The creation of a big Supreme Kai, the destruction of a gods of destruction, offset each other, making Majin Buu struggle for a while. However, this move is my pure strength. Try to resist again. Speaking of this, Su Feng shook it hard. Boom. Majin Buu explodes directly in the air. All cells are destroyed. This is Su Feng's own power, it has nothing to do with the power of God. Therefore, even if the opponent has the supernatural power of the Supreme Kai, there is no way. Of course, Majin Buu can also be killed by relying on destruction, but it is a bit slow, and Su Feng is unwilling to wait too long. Ding. Big event detected. Big Supreme Kai reincarnated. Ask the host whether to sign in. Single quote. Sure enough, Su Feng's eyes lit up, and he signed in. Congratulations to the host. Gain abilities, resist the rules. Single quote. Su Feng frowned slightly. What do you mean? Ah. At this time, Supreme Kaixin and Jabiter's exclamation interrupted Su Feng's thoughts. Dead. Dead. Both Supreme Kai Shin and Jabit were stunned. That horrible Majin Buu, so dead. Okay, both of you. Su Feng looked at the two people who were still in shock. How long are you going to stay on Earth? I have met Lord Gods of Destruction. Supreme Kaixin and Jebit immediately lowered their heads and bowed to Su Feng. We're leaving right now. Oh, did you find out the information just now? Su Feng understood. These two people should have inquired about the God Realm's collection of books just now. So, I know my God position. Yes, Lord Gods of Destruction. Both Supreme Kaixin and Jabit looked at Su Feng respectfully. Well, it's all over, I still have something to do. Su Feng waved his hand. Then, without waiting for Supreme Kai Shin and Jabit to react, he flew away directly. Supreme Kai Shin, Jabit, Master Su Feng, go fast. I haven't figured out how to flatter him. Su Feng flew in the air and glanced at his system space. First of all, there is a cell of Majin Buu sealed in the space. Although Majin Buu is dead, there is one less East King Kai in my Supreme Kai plan. However, Majin Buu cells were obtained. The Sister Flower plan will not be affected. This amount of cells, combined with artificial human technology, he felt, was enough to produce No. 21. And this cell was exactly what Majin Buu got when he wanted to absorb him. However, speaking of it, Su Feng looked at his newly acquired ability again. Resist the rules. Resistance to the rules. All the power of the rules is useless to the host. Example. Absorb, devour, magic, etc. It's just like Majin Buu's cake transformation, so it's useless to me. Su Feng frowned slightly. He felt that this skill looked bluffing, but it was rubbish. Because those magic beams are impossible to hit him. As long as he wants, he can completely dodge. The things signed in this time don't seem to be very good. Su Feng whispered. But he didn't know that a few years later, only when Zeno's erasure rule was completely useless in front of him did he realize how strong this resistance rule is. Forget it, it's normal for such a small incident to fail to sign a good deal. Su Feng's eyes suddenly flashed with longing. Because, bigger events are coming soon. That's what he planned with Whis, the Supreme Kai return plan. He believed that once this big event happened, he would definitely get unprecedented benefits. I'm really looking forward to it. Thinking of this, Su Feng accelerated violently. Whoosh! He flew to the capsule company at an even faster speed. On the other side, the realm of gods of destruction. While coaching Reg, Whis taught Brawly how to control the power. Brawly, he brought it back a few days ago. Come on, Brawly, try to get angry again. Whis held his temper. Well, good. Brawly nodded, and then an outburst. Aha! Boom! In an instant, a powerful airflow erupted from where he was standing. The surrounding weeds and trees are flying around. You're pushing too hard again. Whis felt a little helpless. Although these two guys have good talent and strength, but a particularly strong obsession with revenge. One, is that if you can't control your own strength, you will run away at every turn. This is hard to break him. Looking at Brawly, who was only 10 years old in front of him, Whis had a headache and then looked at Reg. Reg, I've told you several times that King Vegeta is dead. Give up the hatred. No, although my father is dead, my brother is still alive. Reg bared his teeth. My brother, that guy, eats delicious food and drinks spicy food since he was a child, why? It's because my father is eccentric. I can only live a miserable life on a remote planet, it's disgusting. I must take revenge. Whisper, can these two guys really become Supreme Kai? I am so difficult. Whis held his forehead slightly, it was the first time he felt so tired after living for so long. How about going to my sister and asking if there are any good parenting books? Whis muttered. On Earth, Su Feng and Bulma live a peaceful life. Of course, this is for Su Feng. For Bulma, it was more difficult. Every night is exhausting. So much so, that Bulma often nags. No, I need to find a helper. It's too difficult to be alone. In this way, 2 years have passed in a flash. This day, Bulma found an orange ball in his dilapidated warehouse. What's this? 2 more stars. Holding the dragon ball in his hand, Bulma scratched his head. It's such a beautiful bead, bring it to Su Feng to see. So, Bulma came to Su Feng with the second planet. Su Feng, look, Bulma took out the second star. Su Feng, does time go by so fast? Is it time for the Dragon Ball episode to begin? Do you know what this is? Su Feng smiled slightly. I don't know, I was just going to study that. Bulma shook his head. This bead is so strange, I've never seen that before. Then don't study it, I'll tell you directly. Su Feng didn't hide anything either. This thing is called Dragon Ball, and if you collect 7 of them, you can make a wish come true. Wish come true. Bulma's eyes lit up. What, do you have any wish? Su Feng asked. Yeah, I want a bunch of strawberries. Bulma nodded excitedly. Under Su Feng's teaching, Bulma is no longer an idiot. It is even more impossible to make the wish of Prince Charming. Strawberry. Su Feng didn't say much. After all, Bulma's wish in the original book is also the same. But in fact, he has always wanted to complain. Why Bulma is so rich, why doesn't he just buy it? Is it necessary to make a wish with the Dragon Ball? So, he asked directly. Bulma, why don't you just buy some strawberries? With your wealth, it's not a problem to buy a strawberry garden, right? Bulma, ? After hearing Su Feng's words, Bulma apparently froze for 3 minutes. For a long time, what you said seems to make sense. Su Feng, so, is this a problem with the original setting of Dragon Ball? Then what's the use of this Dragon Ball? Bulma looked at the Dragon Ball, lost in thought. She suddenly realized that most of her wishes could be fulfilled with money. Shenron seems to be useless. Then I won't go, Su Feng said indifferently. But, Bulma froze for a moment, then said, I thought of it, I thought of a wish. Su Feng, it seems that this trip to start the Dragon Ball, if you don't want to go, you have to go. Okay, let's go then. So Su Feng and Bulma also embarked on this journey. There is no difference from the original. North Valley found the second Dragon Ball, 5 planets. Since then, they have owned 2 Dragon Balls. Then in Baozi Mountain, I met the third Dragon Ball, 4 planets. At the same time, also met Son Goku. After that, it is the rescue of the turtle, the oolong and the Yamcha incident. Of course, since Su Feng has been following Bulma. Naturally, Bulma was not bullied, even Master Roshi, although he marveled at Bulma's beauty. But after feeling Su Feng's terrifying power, he didn't dare to take another look. In this way, Bulma and Su Feng soon collected 7 Dragon Balls. The 7 grandpas have been collected. Little Goku scratched his head. Bulma, oolong, I've told you several times, that's Dragon Ball, not Grandpa. Look, my grandpa is shining. Little Goku excitedly pointed at his 4 planets. Bulma, this idiot is hopeless. Bulma ignored him directly, and then walked in front of the 7 Dragon Balls. Appear, Shenron. This spell was told to her by Su Feng. And Su Feng was standing beside her. Boom. In an instant, the sky was dark, and a green dragon appeared in front of everyone. Human beings, I can grant one of your wishes. The dragon of God looked down at everyone, showing pride. Is this Shenron? Yamcha looked up in surprise. So mighty Shenron, so domineering. It's so handsome. Pooh also sighed from the side. If only I could transform into Shenron, he's so handsome. As for Shenron, he is also very satisfied with the expressions of these humans. Yes, although I have been out of this world for some years. I thought my prestige would drop. Now it seems that I worry for nothing. I just want your admiration. Shenron nodded in satisfaction. Suddenly, he found that there was a human looking at him calmly. Why doesn't this kid worship me? Shenron took a closer look. Boom. He only saw a huge mass of divine power full of destructive energy. Very aggressive. This is. Shenron thought of the character that made him tremble. Lord Gods of Destruction. Shenron immediately bowed his head, almost prostrate on the ground. Little Goku, Yamcha, Oolong, Pool. Question mark question mark question mark question mark. No, this Shenron is forced to drop too fast, right? How come one moment he was still aloof, but the next moment he almost knelt and licked? Fool, do you still want to become Shenron? Yamcha pondered. No, I don't want to, it's too shameful. Pool shook his head. Shenron, you mortals, you know what a fart. That is Lord Gods of Destruction who destroys all things. Do you want to die? It's okay, Shenron, I'm not here to spoil you, just pretend I don't exist. Su Feng waved his hand. Shenron, I try my best to ignore you. Okay, Lord Gods of Destruction. Shenron couldn't help but trembled. That's what he said, but how could he completely ignore Su Feng? That trembling body still betrayed him. Well, ahem, which one of you wants to make your wish come true? Having said this, Shenron couldn't help but sneak a glance at Su Feng. Did Lord Gods of Destruction really just come to watch? Does he really not make a move? When Shenron was struggling. It's me. Bulma jumped out at this moment. It's me who wants to make my wish come true. Oh, human. Shenron silently looked at Bulma. Then, he fell into deep thought again. This woman seemed to be holding Lord Gods of Destruction's arm just now. Could it be? Human, speak your wish. Shenron took a deep breath. Even if I die, I will fulfill your wish. Yamcha. Oolong, how do you feel? You didn't say that at the beginning. It's really different. Little Goku came over and said. What he said at the beginning was, make our wishes come true. Now, it has become a desperate implementation, and it feels more advanced. As expected of Bulma, it really is amazing. Yamcha. This has nothing to do with Bulma, does it? This is obviously because of Su Feng, right? The gap between Yamcha's sharpness has arrived. The original Shenron is so proud and mighty. But ever since he found out what kind of god Su Feng was, he became extremely humble. So, Su Feng is the gods of destruction in Shenron's mouth. Yamcha couldn't help sneaking a glance at Su Feng at this moment. No wonder along the way, no matter what dangers encountered, Su Feng would solve them with one punch. It turns out that Su Feng is not in the same dimension as humans like them. I just don't know, which one is more powerful than the gods on Kalen Tower in Legendary. Yamcha couldn't help muttering. Shenron heard it. Human, don't talk nonsense. Shenron gave Yamcha a hard look. Courting death, right, comparing the earth gods to the great gods of destruction. You don't want to live, but I still want to live. If the god of the earth is dead, I will be gone. Yamcha, why are you staring at me? What are you doing to me so fiercely? If you have the ability, you are so fierce to Su Feng. So, Yamcha also stared back fiercely. Who is afraid of whom? Looking at the arrogant Yamcha, Shenron pondered for a while. Curse you soft forever. In an instant, the curse passed on Yamcha's body. Strange. Yamcha scratched his head. What's the matter, Master Yamcha? Pooh looked at Yamcha curiously. It's okay, I just feel a little uncomfortable. Yamcha frowned slightly. He felt that something was wrong with his body, but he didn't know exactly what was wrong. Looking at the confused Yamcha, Shenron nodded in satisfaction. Dare to speak disrespectfully to Lord Gods of Destruction. You are courting death. Let's see if you dare to talk nonsense. The confrontation between the two was almost instantaneous. So, it didn't affect anything. My wish is to make Su Feng stronger and stronger. Bulma waved his hand. From the very beginning, she wanted to grant this wish to make Su Feng super powerful. After that, during the journey along the way, she encountered many dangers, and it was Su Feng who saved her. So, she became more determined in her previous wish. Make Su Feng stronger and stronger. Su Feng. Shenron, did I hear you right? You keep saying, let me make gods of destruction stronger. Shenron's expression was hesitant to speak. Why, can't you achieve it? Bulma was taken aback. Shenron coughed a few times in embarrassment. Let her keep her youth forever. Su Feng sent a sound transmission to Shenron through the power of God. Shenron. All right. Hearing Su Feng's order, he felt pardoned. Of course it can be done. Shenron looked at Bulma and growled. Then, my eyes lit up. Okay, human, your wish has come true. Then, Shenron looked at Su Feng. That, Lord Gods of Destruction, may I go? Yamcha, Little Goku, Pool, Oolong. You just leave, why are you asking Su Feng so humbly? Can't you go without Su Feng's order? Let's go. Su Feng waved his hand. Swish. Without hesitation, Shenron directly ascended to the sky and turned into 7 shooting stars. Disappeared. On the ground, Bulma scratched his head in confusion. Hey, why do I feel that my body has changed? The divine power of eternal youth came, which made Bulma feel a little strange. It's nothing, maybe it's your illusion, Su Feng said lightly. Oh, well, Bulma didn't think much of it. I don't even know. Her wish has been changed by Su Feng. By the way, Su Feng, do you feel stronger? Bulma blinked. Well, it has become stronger. Su Feng smiled. That's good. Bulma also smiled happily. Yamcha, Pool, Oolong, watch out, we're all still there. Don't be so affectionate. Hey, hello. Little Son Goku came over at this time, grabbing Su Feng's leg pants. I just saw how powerful you are, even Shenron is no match for you. Can I worship you as my teacher? Su Feng. Son Goku, did he like apprenticeship so much since he was a child? Children are playing. Su Feng gave Son Goku a kick and kicked Son Goku into the air. Go, Bulma. Swish. He flew away directly with Bulma. Yamcha. So brutal. After landing on the ground, little Goku scratched his head. If you don't teach me, why don't you teach me? Why do you still kick me? It's disgusting. But it seems that Su Feng can't be blamed. I grabbed his trouser leg first. Would you like to learn from Master Wushan? Oolong came over at this time. Teacher Wu Tian, you are #1 in martial arts, maybe even stronger than Su Feng. Huh, then I will go to learn from Wushan teacher. Little Goku jumped up excitedly. As for Yamcha, he hid behind a big tree beside him. No, cool, why didn't I respond when I went to the toilet just now? Master Yamcha, what are you talking about? Cool scratched his head. What's the reaction? Why can't I understand? Cool, transform me. Yamcha glared at Cool. Ah, what changed? Cool was taken aback. It's for the night, Yamcha mused. Oh, Cool didn't hesitate, and transformed directly. Yamcha. Ah, Yamcha raised his head to the sky and roared. No response, really no response. Why? On the other side, Su Feng took Bulma back to the capsule company. By the way, Bulma. Su Feng seemed to think of something. It's been 2 years, how is your artificial human technology doing? Bulma shook her head regretfully. No, there are still many technical problems that have not been overcome. Forget it, let's talk about it in a few years. Su Feng made up his mind. After waiting for a few years, the Saiyan invasion broke out. Dr. Zhe Luo's artificial human technology should be very mature. He glanced again at his system space. The cells of Majin Buu are quietly placed there. Fortunately, it hasn't lost its activity. Su Feng nodded. Wait a few more years and it should be fine. By the way, Bulma, have you built the water bed I told you about? Ah, that's not difficult. Implement and apply it. Well, tonight will do. So, Bulma left alone and went to the laboratory to look at the water bed. Su Feng, on the other hand, stood there and scratched his head. It seems a bit boring recently, let's take a look at the situation at Whis. Su Feng contacted Whis with the power of God. Hey, Whis, the Supreme Kai I asked you to cultivate, how is the cultivation going? As soon as he came up, Su Feng asked the question he was most concerned about. After all, he has been looking forward to the big event of Supreme Kai for a long time. When Whis received the contact from Su Feng, he was instantly excited. Woohoo, you finally remembered me. All I suffer here is to nurture Supreme Kai for you. It's not easy for me. Master Su Feng, don't worry, the cultivation of Supreme Kai is no problem. Whis excitedly reported the work content. Oh, fine, it's fine, keep going. Su Feng hung up the communication immediately after saying this. Whisper. No. Whis hesitated to speak. In the end, he sighed. That's all, that's all. Anyway, at least Lord Gods of Destruction is very concerned about Supreme Kai, isn't he? Although a little indifferent, but he is also contributing to the universe. I can't be angry, I can't be angry. Whis took several deep breaths to calm down his excitement. Whis, who did you contact just now? At this time, Reg took Brawly and walked over. After 2 years of growth, Brawly is still a baby, while Reg is already an adult. Oh ho ho ho, I was talking to Master Su Feng just now. Whis smiled. Lord Su Feng. Brawly froze for a moment, scratching his head. Such a familiar name. I feel like I've heard it somewhere. Because of Master Su Feng, we can practice here. Reg reminded Brawly from the side. He's a few years older than Brawly, so he remembers things too. Oh, it's so great, Lord Gods of Destruction. Brawly's eyes lit up. He will never forget that it was Whis who brought them to a relatively peaceful world. There is no strife, and there is no need to worry about starving to death. Even in this world, they can sleep soundly, drink pure water and more. It is simply heaven, and the reason why Whis treats them so well is because of Gods of Destruction, Su Feng. So, every day in the world of Gods of Destruction, they are grateful for this Gods of Destruction. Does Lord Gods of Destruction have any orders? Brawly waved his fist excitedly. As long as Lord Gods of Destruction is alive, I will be the first to charge. Whisper. No, you white-eyed wolves. Obviously I have been teaching you all the time. You are not grateful to me, why should you be grateful to Su Feng? Whis held his forehead helplessly, and then adjusted his mood. Stop talking about that, Brawly. Whis looked at Brawly. How is your practice? When you burst out with all your strength, will you still lose your mind? No, I've learned to control my emotions. Brawly patted his body. Say that you are doing great now. Double can play. You've progressed pretty fast. Whis nodded, quite satisfied. You, Reg, let go of your hatred. In the past 2 years, Whis did not teach Reg's fighting skills. Instead, he has been training Reg's heart. I figured it out. Reg took a deep breath. I thought that my father exiled me to the edge and made me suffer and suffer. Then, he and his younger brother lived a life of adequate food and clothing. But, the truth is, my father died very early, and my younger brother went out to fight when he was 4 years old, and he is left to fend for himself. Actually, their life is not as good as mine is now. Also, I can still meet you Whis to teach me. If you give up, you will gain. If I were the prince of planet Vegeta, I'm afraid I would have been destroyed with planet Vegeta long ago. So, from a certain point of view, I should be grateful to King Vegeta. His exile made me who I am now. Well, yes, your mind training is very effective. Whis nodded. It's Whis, you taught me well. Reg bowed slightly, looking polite. Very well, go and make me a cup of tea now. Whis used the scepter to conjure 2 cups of tea. This is another test of Supreme Kai. As long as the tea is good, it means that the heart is good. Okay. Reg took Brawly and went down. A moment later, Reg and Brawly made a cup of tea together. The teacups of the two were crystal clear, with a faint tea fragrance overflowing. Well, it looks fine on the surface. Whispering the scepter. Whoosh, 2 teacups flew in front of him by themselves. Taste it. Whis tasted it slightly. Well, not bad. Sweet and delicious. It seems that there is no problem with your hearts. Do Supreme Kai pass? Hearing this, both of them were a little happy. Because they know their mission, and that is to be the Supreme Kai. Now that the first step has been achieved, he is naturally overjoyed. Then, the second step is to become stronger. Whis also heaved a sigh of relief. Practicing the mind is the hardest. Fortunately, these two are children. Although there are some obsessions, they are easy to eliminate. And the heart training is over, and after that, you just need to keep increasing your energy. Advertisement. Starting today, I will teach you how to fight. Whis announced the next step. Good. We can also become stronger quickly. Both of them were a little excited. Especially Brawly, who is a big kid. Whis, you said that we practice hard under your guidance, can we surpass Master Su Feng? Reg, you brat, Master Su Feng is our benefactor, you actually want to surpass him. Unacceptable. Then, he also looked at Whis expectantly. As if to say, can you? I also want to surpass. Whisper. Ah this. You are the future Supreme Kai, if you practice hard, you will become very strong. Whis coughed lightly. As for surpassing Gods of Destruction, so far, there seems to be no such precedent. There is one sentence that Whis didn't say. Maybe you guys can surpass Gods of Destruction in other universes, but facing this freak Su Feng. I'm afraid not. Because Su Feng's energy is almost the same as Angel's. Ah, can't you surpass Master Su Feng? Both Brawly and Reg were a little frustrated. They don't have any malicious intentions, they are just pure and want to become stronger. Whis looked at the two of them and also found it funny. No way, that guy Su Feng is an exception. Whis could only comfort them both. His strength is rare among the 12 universes. I also often think, how did this human being cultivate and become so powerful? It's really unbelievable. However, even if you can't surpass Su Feng, the gods of destruction, you can still surpass other universe gods of destruction. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.